Okay, now we're over here on the driver's side. Gonna pull the cops and the injector wires off and sort of clean up the top end of the driver's side so that we can start to insert over on cylinders 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so here it is, the driver's side. I've pulled all the wires loose and pulled all the coilover plugs off. Now these driver's side plugs look like they're going to be a little bit easier. It looks like there's a bit of a slant over on the passenger side. All of the plug holes slant to the back, which, was fine, but as I was saying, on the passenger side, all of the plug holes slant slightly to the back, which just makes it just that much harder to see what's going on, to get the tools in. So on the driver's side, all the plug holes slant just a little bit to the front. So hopefully this will make life just that much easier. So these first three, they're just out in the open, so that shouldn't be any problem. The fourth one, the fifth one, I don't know. Even though it slants forward, cylinder 10, so the fifth one back, but cylinder 10. Even though that plug hole slants forward, don't know if you can see it, right there in front of the 9th and 10th fuel injector. It's still kind of back up underneath there some. I don't know if you can see that. So that one ought to be still a bit of a drag. But I've got like I said, got the wiring pulled back, got things loosened up. Got the coilover plugs pulled off, and got them lined up here in order. So I only had stickers for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the cylinders 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I numbered them actually 1. I just put a second sticker on them so that I could identify these are the driver's side cylinders, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, interestingly enough, notice these are factory originals are Motorcraft coils. Cylinder number 9 is a aftermarket. So at some point, somebody had replaced one of these. So I don't know if one of the cops went bad when the guy was replacing the plugs, if he broke one off, or what the excuse is. But there's already a replacement cop in this engine on cylinder number 9. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll put that back to Motorcraft or drop it back on or what. But that was just interesting that somebody has already replaced one once in the past. But got the cops off, got the wiring cleaned up. Looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward, and we'll get started on that in a little while. Okay, here we are back at my Ford F-250 with the Triton V10 engine. The blown spark plug, blue number 5 over on the passenger side. I've got the passenger side all inserted already, so now I'm going to start to work on the driver's side. I made the decision to do all 10 instead of just the one that is blown. Figure if one's bad, good chance that they're all on their way out. So anyhow, over here on the driver's side, it looks pretty good. I've already pulled loose all of the air intake, all the pipes that went between the throttle body and the air filter down here. Pulled loose all the cops, the coilover plugs, off of all the plug holes. Disconnected the fuel injectors right here, the various fuel injectors, and pulled the wiring harness back a little bit. And you can see the connectors for the fuel injectors and for the cops for each of the cylinders. Disconnected a couple other of the electronic pieces off of the throttle body over here off of the manifold, and most just so I could get this wiring harness out of the way some. And it looks pretty good. Access looks pretty good over here. You look at holes number 6, you can see right down in there and see the spark plug. 7, 8, 9, 10 is going to be back up underneath there, so that's going to be a drag. But 6, 7, and 8 ought to be pretty straightforward. 9, yeah, it's up underneath, and then 10 is clear up underneath, so I won't like doing that one, but it looks pretty straightforward.